half bunnied. Look, your room's been all nice and tidied up for you. And you have some snacks. You should eat some snacks if you want to. I'll tell all of your global family and friends. Let's see. Okay, let's find chat. Alright. There we go. You're so cute. What should we, stand by? Are you showing off your, oh, internet. We're having internet issues. It's very sad. Very sad. Oops. There. I'll post a clip of this after, which hopefully will not be as, hopefully the recording will be not stuttery because of the internet situation. Okay. Look how cute she is. So, okay, so we went to Boundary Bay and just because I wanted to clarify what the options would be over the holiday weekend, and see if they had any new information or other information that would help us assess risk and make a plan. But basically they kind of confirmed what we've found so far, that, you know, and kind of confirmed the risks either way, regardless of what we do. So there's really I have no clear answer about what to do. It's very shades of gray and kind of not like any path forward that is guaranteed to give the kitten a better chance. Zoe is going to be okay regardless of what happens. We'll be able to, if she needs help during delivery, we will be able to get her in, and they will be able to call a surgeon in and do a C-section and the spay for Zoe. And so she should be okay. What the variable is how long can the kitten survive? Because it does take time. Obviously, we have to pack her up, we have to get her there, and then they have to assess, and then get a surgeon to come in, and then prep for surgery and all that stuff. So all that stuff takes time. So, you know, kind of depending on how things unfold, the kitten may be stuck longer than survivable, or everything might progress normally. She might be able to push it out. Everything might be fine. So and we also talked about, you know, risks of doing a C-section, kind of tomorrow being the last day we kind of have access to a surgeon outside of an emergency. But because we can't tell how far along the kitten is, I mean, we know anything that we can assess tells us that we're, in the final week. But, if we're towards the beginning of the final week, then the kitten's not gonna survive anyway. And anyway, there's just a lot of risks and unknowns, and because she's not showing any signs of pre-labor, which she may or may not, only having one kitten on board, there was really not, like I said, a clear path about what to do. But we kind of came to the conclusion that letting her progress at her own speed is probably the best thing, even knowing that if she does go into labor Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, we're very likely to lose the kitten if she can't push it out on her own. If she can push it out on her own, then that's going to be the best case scenario, and that's totally possible. It totally could happen. In fact, probably, most people would not be like have this much anxiety about it, but I think we've seen many cases that have not unfolded in expected ways, and so that's definitely part of the equation. Anyway, so yeah, so the good thing is that at least we have consulted with literally everybody we can possibly consult with, multiple vets, and a surgeon at Boundary Bay. So we have a multitude of informed professional opinions. We're not missing anything. And now Boundary Bay has all of her information on file, and so if she does need to go in those 3 days, Labor Days, they will have her stuff already on file and be somewhat familiar with her case, and so that may help speed things along, which may, I don't know what will happen. This is like a really rambling update. Yeah, 3 days would make a big difference in development and survival rate for the kitten, so it is a big deal. It is a big deal to put her through that without knowing if the kitten can survive, when there is a chance that she will be able to do it naturally. So, but we have consulted extensively with multiple vets and specialists, and so the consensus is that it's better to wait than to do a C-section at this stage. So that's what we're going to do. And so this one might be a situation where you want to check back in a couple days and see what has happened, or you might be up for watching and seeing how things go. It might totally be fine. This might all be just anxiety over nothing. Yeah, so anyway, we've done now, at least we can all feel confident that no stone has been left unturned. We've explored all the options. We know what what the situation will be when she goes into labor. If it's during those 3 days, we will not be delighted about it, but we'll do our best. And Zoe is healthy and young, and so I'm not super concerned about her. This is just trying to figure out the to maximize the chances for the kitten. So yeah. So, and yeah, if she did go, we'll see what happens when she goes into labor, but it is better for her to be here regardless. If she does run into trouble during delivery, then if that had happened out in the wild, that gets fatal really quickly. So anyway, we'll do everything we can. That's the situation. It's not my favorite situation, but again, great example of why spaying and neutering is important, because we can avoid situations like these. Yeah. Yeah, so part of the complication is that she does have some intrauterine fluid-filled sacs from kittens that were non-viable and were resorbed, and that increases her chance of getting a uterine infection, which we can treat, but it adds some complication and some benefit if she does need a C-section and they can spay her at the same time. That would be a good thing, I think, rather than having to wait to get that yucky uterus out of there. But again, we'll just have to sit in our anxiety spirals and we will do everything we can. She's happy. Another big plus is that she's friendly, social with humans, and resilient enough that she can handle a vet visit without being too stressed, which is great. So if this was one of our feral cats, it would have been a much worse situation. So and she's so great with the ultrasound, so we can check fetal heart rates obsessively and make sure that everything is okay with the kitten as we wait. So that's also a really good thing. Yeah, I mean, we have been through enough non-standard situations that we worry about all the things that most people don't worry about because they haven't seen it happen, because it doesn't really, some of the things that we have experienced are pretty uncommon. So that's probably gonna be fine. It's probably gonna be fine. But I just want to set expectations and prepare everyone that there is a high risk in this situation, and we will do everything we can. We have the best plan we can have given the circumstances, and so now we just have to wait. Best case scenario, she doesn't go into labor until Tuesday or after, and then we'll be if she can wait till Monday's over with, then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have 4 days with good surgical access during the day anyway. so we'll be looking closely for any signs of pre-labor, which may or may not happen because only one kitten means, you know, there aren't as many hormones, etc. But anyway, I do think though, while we were waiting, I was just, you know, ultrasounding her a little bit because she was so good. I'll show you a video of her being so good while we waited. Yeah, that's you. This was us. Oh, I guess like this. Oh wait, no. I guess like that's her getting belly rubs while we were in the room waiting. So, any whoosies. Yeah, this is rescue reality. Rescue reality. Yeah, so the uterine, so the way kitten pregnancies happen, the uterus has two horns, and kittens will line up along each horn. They each have their own sac filled with fluid and their own placenta. And so typically we'll have kitten in the sac, you know, a few down each horn. So, you know, maybe 6 kittens, 3 on each side or whatever. But in this case, the kittens, all but one of the kittens did not develop properly for some reason. And when that happens during the earlier parts of the pregnancy, the mom's body will often resorb them. But that fluid is still there, and any sort of remaining tissue kind of can stay behind. And then if she doesn't expel all of that during delivery or in a C-section, then it's very high risk that she'll get an infection. But we know that's a risk, and so we will definitely be monitoring closely. And if it happens, we can handle it. It will be okay. But it's just one more complicating factor. If any of you were around for Caramel and Salty, that was kind of a similar situation. Although we didn't have our ultrasound back then, I don't think, so we weren't able to obsessively scan her. And but she did pass a partially resorbed kitten, and then Orinda also, and Scotia I think also had kittens that did not survive and were in various stages of being resorbed. So it's not uncommon for us. And you know, sometimes it's okay if they get all of that stuff out, but if any of it is retained, then it does cause infection. So anyway, the one kitten though does look good. Heart rate is good. Development, I don't see anything abnormal. You know, as much as whatever that's worth. Yes, popcorn. Salty's sibling. The sacs shouldn't make it harder to give birth to the one kitten. They just, and it's possible that one or two of them might come out first. Might be good if that were to happen. I don't know exactly how that might work, but it's possible. It might be good because it would maybe lubricate a little bit. So look at you, you're so cute. So cute. Oh, did you enjoy meeting your new friends? All right. Alright, anyway, I've neglected all of my things that I was supposed to do today. So you the pretty. Okay, anyway. Any whoosies. Yes, Princess Consuela had a kitten with anasarca, which is also a very rare condition, but she needed a C-section because the kitten with anasarca was very large because of fluid buildup and was blocking the other kittens from coming out. So yeah, so we've seen, I guess, you know, it's good that we've seen a lot of these things, but it's also not good. Yeah, so I will post this so that you can see it if the internet was bad. And yeah, sorry for all the information. So much information. Thanks, mods. Our poor mods were hoping to have a mod holiday this weekend, and were kind enough to delay because of our situation here. So everyone, I'm not roll calling, but in your hearts, think grateful thoughts to the mods. Yeah, Zoe should be okay, unless something, you know, totally unexpected happens. If she does get pyometra, the uterine infection, we will be able to treat it. It will just be a question of whether the kitten could nurse, depending on what meds she needs for it. If they're, you know, if we have a kid. So anyway, I'm just rambling and babbling. So, okay. Yes, and we have tiny suitcases and kittens going home starting tomorrow. Lots of excitement this weekend. A little too much excitement, in fact, this weekend. Too much excitement, but you know, whatever. The miracle kitten pooped while I was in here last time though, so that's good. And he may have pooped again while I was away with you. Okay, anyway, I have to go. Speaking of the miracle kitten, he needs his situations situated. Let's see, I will. I'm gonna leave this in here so that she can get cozy with it. That way, if we have to go anywhere, she will have kind of a familiar, safe space to enjoy. Lock the door open. There. Okay. We'll be ready to grab and go, but hopefully she won't eat it. Anyway, I'm just babbling and rambling now. I'll leave you to it. Thanks, everybody.